Entering Federation space.
Hello, welcome back. And we are now approaching Shinoishi Epsilon 6, otherwise known as Planet Frigis. Let's see what awaits us here.
Captain's Log Supplemental. The Enterprise has arrived at the Shinoishi Epsilon system, where according to Aramut's data, we expected to find the world where the followers settled. However, our sensors show no Class M planets in the system at all.
Helm, standard orbit.
Let's see if there's anyone down now. And why are we still able to contact Chancellor Denel?
There is no response from the planet, Captain.
Aramut is a Ferengi. Maybe he altered his navigational logs to throw us off the track.
That is a possibility. There is physical evidence, however, that Aramut did visit this system.
What sort of evidence, Mr. Data?
The hull of Aramut's ship had recently been irradiated by chromaton particles. Shinoishi Epsilon is the only star in this sector that emits chromaton particles.
Interesting.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Maybe not.
Data, is it possible there's something we missed?
I can attempt to enhance the scan matrix. That may increase our sensor resolution.
Make it so.
I don't think Aramut was lying to us about this location, Captain. I do sense life out there, but it's hard to be more specific at this distance.
If the followers are out there, how do you propose we locate them?
These are people who fled from persecution on Garid. They might be hiding deliberately. It may be better to let them locate us by sending out a general message of friendship. Perhaps one of our passengers could think of something that would encourage the followers to respond.
I'm guessing Tabak is the person to speak to. But let's see what the other two have to say.
We've arrived at Aramut's coordinates, but if the followers are here, they're hiding. Do you suppose they'd respond to a message of friendship?
I don't know.
Okay, that was a bit blunt.
We've arrived at Aramut's coordinates, but if the followers are here, they're hiding. Do you suppose they'd respond to a message of friendship?
Why ask me?
Fair enough.
We've arrived at Aramut's coordinates, but if the followers are here, they're hiding. Do you suppose they'd respond to a message of friendship?
Perhaps they would pay attention to someone who quoted the lawgiver. Captain, if you patch me through your comm system, I could send out an appropriate message.
Make it so.
Aye, Captain.
And when the lawgiver left Garid, he said of the ruling council, "They have taken my words and engraved them backwards."
Okay. I guess we wait.
There is no response, sir.
Well, it was worth a try.
Sir, we are being hailed.
There we go.
Who is this that knows the lawgiver's lament?
I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I shall need more information before I can trust you. Tell me more about yourself.
We represent the United Federation of Planets. We are on a mission of peace.
Is that why your ship is bristling with weapons?
We use our weapons purely for defense.
I see. And would the Federation be willing to defend us?
Starfleet protects all of Federation space, which includes this system. If you wish, your world could even apply for Federation membership.
I don't think the Romulans or Garidians would like that. They both have made claims on this world.
That is unfortunate, but immaterial. Your planet is in Federation space. If you ask for our assistance, we will give it.
That is a noble attitude.
We have several Garidian refugees aboard. They are seeking to bring the wisdom of the Lawgiver's fifth scroll back to Garrod.
Garrod had its chance, and it cast the Lawgiver and our ancestors aside. It is too late to mend their relations with us now.
These are reformers, hoping to use the Lawgiver's words to improve Garidian society.
That is a cause the Lawgiver would have approved. You've given me much to think about, Captain. Allow me a few moments to consider it.
I understand. We will remain in orbit and await your response.
I'm guessing this mission is going to require a lot of patience.
Sir, we are being hailed.
On screen.
I have decided to trust you. I am Larak, Chancellor of the planet, Frigis. How did you know we were here?
A Ferengi trader claimed he picked up some Garidian animals here.
Aramut. We started dealing with him to purchase some outside technology, and we gave him some animals in return. Fortunately, we never told him much about ourselves.
How do you manage to conceal your entire planet?
The technology is similar to the Romulan cloaking device. It fools sensors into misreading what they see. We had to protect ourselves in case Garrod's forces came after us.
May I send some of my crew down to learn more about you?
Since our deception is discovered, I suppose there is no harm in letting a small number of off-worlders visit. But there must be no Garidians in the party. They have not yet earned our trust.
I agree to your terms, Chancellor. I shall send my first officer, Commander Riker, as my personal representative.
Good, Captain. It is always gratifying to deal with a man of reason. I will transmit the landing coordinates to your computer.
Thank you. Number one, this is an extremely important first contact situation. I want you to lead the away team. See if you can locate the fifth scroll for our Garidian passengers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was relatively easy.
Beam down coordinates selected.
May the Lawgiver's spirit smile on you. I am Chancellor Larak. Welcome to Frigis.
Thank you for letting us beam down. I'm Commander William Riker of the Starship Enterprise.
Except for Aramut, we have not had Outworld visitors since the Lawgiver brought us here. I have thousands of questions to ask, but I will do it at another time. How can I help you, Commander Riker?
According to this walkthrough, apparently Riker is the only one who can actually do the talking in this mission. I guess he is actually representing Picard in this instance. But I will try in another video to attempt to speak to people or interact with people with other crew members.
We're looking for information about the fifth scroll your Lawgiver brought here with him.
Why are you aliens interested in our scroll?
It may be the only way to prevent a civil war back on Garrod. Can you help us?
I am afraid not. I am only in charge of the civil government. That is a religious matter, so you must ask the leaders of the sects for help.
It's only been 1,000 years since the lawgiver left Garrod. Has your religion had such serious splits in so short a time?
Sadly, yes. Even before the lawgiver's death, his disciples began to disagree over the way his writings should be interpreted. They each made a copy of the fifth scroll that emphasized their own particular biases over all the others.
That must have been confusing.
It was worse than that. The lawgiver became disgusted with them and hid his original manuscript, vowing that no one would find it until the sects learned to cooperate.
From the way you're talking, I guess they never have.
An accurate appraisal. The lawgiver said he left the keys to the scroll's location with each of the sects. But so far, after centuries of feuding, all the sects have done is formalize their competition into the declaratory.
The declaratory?
Yes, a series of philosophical contests the sects hold every decade. The winner has the right to collect some prize from the loser.
What are these pyramids?
The pyramids are relics of an ancient race called the Chodak. They were here long before we arrived from Garrod. Each sect adapted a pyramid to serve as a transporter to their temple.
We've heard of the Chodak, but it's rare to find evidence of their presence in this section of the galaxy.
Oh yes, the Chodak Empire was vast indeed. Like the lawgiver before me, I have made extensive studies of their culture. I am actually considered something of an expert in the translation of Chodak runes.
Well, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
I must return to my other duties now, but I will monitor your progress as my schedule permits. May the spirit of the lawgiver guide your steps.
The pyramid's empty.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with these pyramids just yet. There's no harm checking them out.
This pyramid seems somehow out of place in this landscape. Now the egg is glowing. It must be turned on. They're sure giving out a lot of smoke.
We should try to get as much information as we can from the sect leaders. We should try to get a...
Whoops.
Let's make sure we get all the information we can from the sect leaders. I have a feeling we can get some valuable clues from them.
I'm guessing Data will say something very similar.
The leaders of the various sects may have information that could give us clues to the fifth scroll's location. I suggest we learn as much from them as possible.
Then let's do that.
That was something I wasn't expecting.
Lovely.
This isn't an exploratory mission. There'll be plenty of time for biology experiments later.
Okay. Fair enough.
The young plants look like they're doing okay. This pyramid seems somehow out of place in this landscape.
There's not much else we can explore at the moment. I guess we should go into at least one pyramid. And yes, I've been told that fast travel is now done with shift. And I'm not too sure if it's going to break the immersion, but let's give this a try. Okay.
May the lawgiver's spirit grant you wisdom. I am Arch-Rashan Natural, Chief Assistant to His Exalted Prominence Elant of the Seekers. Chancellor Larak told me to expect you. How may I be of service?
I'm not sure how far we can trust him. This is probably the safe. It looks like a solid piece of masonry. This plaque certainly doesn't look very friendly.
Okay.
No unusual readings. It's locked. We'd need the key to open it.
Did we really need the... As I was saying, did we really need the tricorder to work that one out?
I'm Commander Riker of the Federation Starship Enterprise. Can you help us find the original 5th scroll?
I can let you see the true copy made by Baranam, our sect's founder.
We're doing this for historical research. I'm sure you understand that no matter how good your copy is, we need to check the original for authenticity.
I am afraid I cannot help you. The original was hidden by the lawgiver many centuries ago, and I do not know where it is.
Why is your group called the Seekers?
Our founder, Baranam, believed that the path to enlightenment lies in searching for the truth. We are humble in our ignorance. Only the truth will free our souls.
What is this place?
It has many names. It is usually called the Hall of Triumph. But recently, some have called it the Path of No Return.
Why is this normally called the Hall of Triumph?
Our sect has been understandably successful in the declaratory contest. This is where we keep the prizes we have won, safe in our vault.
When did this start being called the Path of No Return?
More than a month ago, our leader Elant vanished through the door of enlightenment. He has not returned.
What is this door of enlightenment you mentioned?
At the end of this path is a door no one has ever opened. No one before Elant, that is.
Why hasn't anyone opened this door before?
There is a gatekeeper who jealously guards the doorway. He asks a series of questions when anyone tries to pass it. And if the person does not answer all the questions appropriately, the gatekeeper will not let him pass.
Isn't it possible that the original 5th scroll might be hidden on the other side of the door of enlightenment?
I suppose so. But why should we risk our safety when we have the true copy of the scroll anyway?
What is the gatekeeper like?
It is a very advanced device with strange, almost telepathic powers.
Whoops. I wonder what happened now.
Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you. It pleases us.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. We've got plenty of information now. Okay. Let's go and see what this is all about.
It didn't work.
Come no closer. I am the gatekeeper of the Door of Enlightenment. You must answer my questions appropriately to determine whether you are wise enough to proceed. Those who answer inappropriately will be punished if they attempt to pass.
Ask me your questions.
Define your prime directive.
Apparently, we're supposed to answer in the most vaguest way possible.
The prime directive doesn't have a single definition. Its interpretation depends on the circumstances.
You understand that truth depends on context. Who was the lawgiver?
I've heard that he was a great man, but I have no personal knowledge of him.
You are stating that you know that you do not know. What is the central principle of the fifth scroll?
Everybody seems to have a different interpretation. I'm not sure what to believe.
Knowing what not to believe often eliminates confusion. Who are you?
Everyone plays so many roles in life. It is impossible to label them.
You understand the fundamental paradox of existence. To know that you know nothing is the beginning of enlightenment. Your answers prove that you are ready to admit this. You may pass through the door.
Okay. That wasn't too bad.